studio will bring you real talk, real music, and real moments.
Yes, a very beautiful morning out there, and welcome to another edition of In the Papers on iPower 102.7 FM. I am Florence Ibhareman, and it's a pleasure having you join us this morning as always. As always, we bring you a roundup of major stories making headlines across Nigeria's nation's national dailies, helping you stay informed on developments in as regards politics, the economy, security, business, sports, and human interest stories. We have major headlines from the Punch newspaper this morning. We have headlines from the Nation newspaper, the Guardian newspaper, Daily Post, Daily Trust, and the Sun newspaper this Thursday morning. Beginning from the Hope newspaper this morning, where we have, I get that you are approved 1.1 billion naira to settle salary arrears in state-owned varsities. Still taking headlines from the Hope newspaper this morning, where we have Project 774. APC unveils fresh push for women inclusion in governance. Still taking headlines from the Hope newspaper this morning, talking Ocean Poll. INEC deploys 4,427 beavers crackdown on vote buy. Misinformation, negative publicity undermines police successes. And that report is coming from the Force PRO on the Hope newspaper this morning. newspaper this morning, and now to the Punch, where we have a PFIPC scandal. HOS admits mistakes as rep undercovers irregular approvals. So on the Punch newspaper this morning, taking headlines where we have Adeleke kicks as police arrest SSG and five others. Still taking headlines from the Punch where we have UK lecturer loses appeal after being sacked for calling women females. Still on the Punch newspaper this morning, where we have Trump ask new UK Prime Minister to tackle illegal migration. Away from the Punch newspaper now to Daily Post, where we have women outnumber men as INEC records 3.87 million new voters. So glad to have you back. The program is in the papers on iPower 102.7 FM. Yes, beginning from the Hope newspaper this morning, where we have Ayedatiwa approved 1.1 billion naira to settle salary arrears in state-owned varsities. Now the details. Ondo State Governor Honorable Lucky Ayedatiwa on Wednesday approved the release of 1.1 billion naira as Special Intervention Fund for the Adekunle Ajashin University Akungba Akoko AAUA as part of his administration's commitment to education and workers' welfare. The intervention, according to the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Prince Ebenezer Adeniyo, is specifically aimed at offsetting outstanding salary arrears owed to members of staff of the institution and bringing an end to the ongoing industrial dispute at the university. According to the statement, the governor has directed the Ministry of Finance and the university management to ensure that prompt release and disbursement of the fund. He added that the governor that Governor Ayedatiwa also appealed to the union to suspend the ongoing strike and resume work in the interest of the students and the overall development of the institution. The statement noted that the intervention further reaffirms the Ayedatiwa-led administration's belief that a well-motivated workforce is crucial to building a 21st century university capable of competing globally. For more details of the news, see the Hope newspaper with this headline. Ayedatiwa approves 1.1 billion naira to settle salary areas in state-owned varsity. Still taking headlines and stories from the Hub newspaper this morning, talking Project 774. APC unveils fresh push for women's inclusion in governance. Now the details. The All Progressive Congress APC has launched a fresh drive to deepen women's participation in governance through the Project 774 Explode initiative, aimed at sensitizing and empowering women across the country's 774 local government areas. The initiative was unveiled in Ondo State during the sensitization and empowerment program on the gender equality and adequate representation of women in governance held at the International Event Center, the Dome, Akure. The APC National Women Leader, Dr. Mary Idile, said the project was designed to strengthen grassroots participation and create more opportunity for women to contribute meaningfully to the governance and political development. Dr. Mary described the initiative as a demonstration of purposeful leadership, inclusive governance, and the APC's commitment to strengthening the structure across the nation's 774 local government areas. She said Nigerian democracy would become stronger when women were adequately represented at all levels of government. The APC women leader urged stakeholders to deliberately recruit, mentor, and empower young women to participate actively in politics. She said women should move beyond merely participating as voters and aspire to leadership positions such as councillors, local government chairpersons, legislators, commissioners, and future governor. For details of that news, see the Hub newspaper with this headline. APC unveils fresh push for women's inclusion in governance. away from the Hope newspaper this morning and now to the Punch, where we have Jam Registrar Oloyede bows out. INO takes over on Friday. Now the details. The Joint Admission and Matriculation Board will on Friday formally usher in a new era in its leadership as its ongoing registrar, Professor Isiaq Oloyede, hands over to his successor, Professor Segun Aina. The board announced that their official bar handover ceremony would hold on Friday, July 31, 2026 by 10 a.m. with a live broadcast on its official social media platforms. In the notice released on Wednesday, JAM invites the public to witness what it declared as a significant milestone in the board's leadership journey. The ceremony marks the end of Oloyede's tenure as registrar, which expires on July 31, and the official commencement of INO's leadership of the examination body. Punch Online had earlier reported that President Bola Tinubu appoints INO as the new registrar of JAM to succeed Oloyede. The appointment was announced in a statement issued by the President's Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga. According to the presidency, INO is a professor of computer engineering at Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, with expertise in digital infrastructure, national examination systems, and institutional reforms. The presidency noted that INO holds a Bachelor of Engineering in Computer Science, Computer System Engineering from the University of Kent, as well as master degree in Internet Computing and Network Security, and a PhD in Digital Signal Processing from the University in United Kingdom. He also completed a senior management program at Lagos Business School. It added that the incoming registrar has more than 15 years of experience advising federal and state governments on digital transformation, institutional reforms, and system design. For details of that news, see the Punch newspaper with this headline: JAM Registrar Oloyede bows out. INO takes over on Friday. Still taking headlines from the Punch, where we have Cross River local government workers protest 11 months unpaid salaries. Now the details. Newly employed local government workers in Cross River State have staged a peaceful protest in Calabar over 11 month unpaid salaries, urging Governor Bassi Otu to approve their enrollment on the state payroll. The protesters, drawn from various local government areas, marched through major streets of the state capital to the governor's office despite a heavy rain, displaying placards with inscriptions: "We are suffering, payroll us, and we need our salary." Speaking on Wednesday on behalf of the workers, one of the workers, Uchi Julius, said many of those employed in 2025 had resumed duties but had yet to receive salaries despite working for almost a year. Julius said the majority of them are now depending on borrowing from families and friends to live. Another protester, Happiness Augustine, said, I was employed in 2025. Up till now, I have not been paid. It's a it is 1 year in my office and I have not received any salary. We are begging Governor Bassio to have mercy on us and pay us because we have been diligent in our duty. Augustine said the delay had left many workers in distress, adding that they wanted the governor to intervene irrespective of his administrative issues, displaying, displaying the payroll process. Responding to the protesters, the secretary to the state government, Professor Anthony Owa Enoch, acknowledged their concerns and assured them that the government was finalizing the process required to addressing the matter. According to him, following the earlier protest, the state government constitutes a panel of inquiry which had submitted its report, while a white paper recommending the next line of action had also been prepared. For details of that news, see the Punch newspaper with this headline: Cross River local government workers protest 11 months unpaid salaries. Still taking headlines from the Punch, where we have forest guards. DSS rescue 9 kidnapped victims in Kwara State. Now the details. 9 abducted persons have been rescued, while 3 suspected bandits were killed during a joint security operation in the Ekiti local government area of Kwara State. The operation was carried out by the Kwara State recruited forest guards alongside operatives of the Department of State Service, local hunters and vigilantes in the Obo Ayegule Ejuora and Osi axis of the local government which borders Ekiti and Kogi states. The Chief Press Secretary to the Chairman of Ekiti Local Government Council, Dada Sunday, confirmed the development in a statement made available to the Punch in Ilorin on Wednesday. According to a statement, the victims were abducted from Ijuk community after the local market and were being moved through the forest route towards Niger State before a joint security team intercepted the kidnappers. One of the rescued victims, Umaru Umwazo, recounts how the attackers seized him and his son during the incident. Another victim, Ibrahim Danga, also from the Obo Ayegele, said they had been held briefly by the kidnappers before security operatives arrived and secured their freedom. A member of the Kwara Forest Guard, Owolabi Adebayo, said the rescue followed an intelligence-led bush combing operation that resulted in a gun battle with the suspected bandits. The chief security officer of the Ekiti local government area, Abimokun Gabriel, commended the forest guards for their role in the operation, describing their contribution as significant to the area's security effort. According to a statement, footage of the scene showed security operatives displaying several motorcycles allegedly recovered from the suspected bandits, while the rescued victims were also represented were also present after the operation. For details of that news, see the Punch newspaper with this headline. Forest Guards DSS rescue 9 kidnapped victims in Kwara State. Still taking headlines from the Punch, and we have how to apply for federal government agricultural quarantine service recruitment. The federal government has commenced recruitment into the Nigerian Agricultural Quarantine Service, opening application for qualified Nigerians to fill vacancy across the Superintendent Inspectorate and Assistant Cadre. The recruitment, which opened on July 28, 2026, will close on August 10, 2026, with shortlisted candidates expected to proceed to computer-based tests and interviews later in August. According to the Federal Character Commission on X on Wednesday, applications are free and must be completed online through the official recruitment portal. For details of the news on how to apply, see the Punch newspaper with this headline. How to apply for federal government's agricultural quarantine service recruitment. Still on the pages of the Punch newspaper this morning, where we have Take It Back movement plans nationwide protest August 5. Now the details. The Take It Back movement has called on Nigerians to participate in a nationwide protest scheduled for August 5, tagged the Festival of the Oppressed, citing concerns over insecurity, rising cost of living, alleged repression, and what he described as a shrinking democratic space under the administration of President Bola Tinubu. In a statement issued on Wednesday and signed by the National Coordinator, Junwo Sonyaolu, the movement said the planned demonstration would provide an avenue for citizens to express their grievance over the country's current socio-economic and political situation. The group alleged that insecurity remains a major challenge, claiming that many Nigerians were still being held by kidnappers and armed groups, while communities in states including Borno, Zamfara, Katsina, Niger, Plateau, Oyo, Kaduna, and Benue continued to experience attack. It further alleged that families are left to negotiate ransom for their loved ones while government officials continue to make empty promises. The movement also expressed concern over the rising cost of living, attributing the situation to the removal of fuel subsidy in 2023 and the continued devaluation of the naira, which it said had driven inflation to historic level. The group further accused the government of using a cybercrime act to suppress dissent, alleging that journalists, activists, students, labor organizers, and ordinary exercising their right to express freedom, their right for free expression. The movement also criticized what it described as political persecution, saying democracy could not thrive where disagreement was treated as a crime. It further argued that Nigerian workers, including soldiers, police officers, nurses, teachers, and civil servants, deserve improved remuneration. The organization also condemns recurring xenophobic attacks against Nigerians in South Africa, calling on authorities to protect Nigerians and other Africans living across the continent. For details of that news, see the Punch newspaper with this headline: Take It Back movement plans nationwide protest on August 5. You're still listening to us from iPower 102.7 FM, and the program is In the Papers, your daily drive for news making major headlines in today's newspaper. Still taking headlines, we have this one from Daily Post that says, Women outnumber men as INEC records 3.87 million new voters. Now the details. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has announced that over 3 million plus Nigerians successfully completed the online and physical registration process in the 11th week of Phase 3 of the continuous voters registration exercise ahead of the 2027 general elections. According to the figure released by the Commission on Wednesday, women amount for the majority of new registrants, representing to over 2 million registrations, representing 52.68% of the total, while male registrants stood at 1 million plus, representing 47.32%. INEC disclosed that over 1 million registrations were completed online, while 2 million plus were carried out at physical registration centers across the country. For details of that news, see the Daily Post with this headline: Women outnumber men as INEC records 3.87 million new voters. Still taking headlines from Daily Post, where we have 99 days for the thief. Mob forces suspect to eat raw pepper, dance with stolen items. Now the details. A growing trend of public humiliation for suspected thieves is spreading across Nigeria, with viral social media videos showing alleged offenders are being subjected to degrading punishment, including instead of being handed over to the police. While such incidents have been reported in different parts of the country, the trend appears to be particularly common in parts of the South-South, especially in Benin City, Edo State, and Asaba, Delta State, while several videos of suspected thieves being publicly shamed, beaten, and forced into degrading acts have surfaced in recent months. The trend, which social media users have dubbed 99 days for the thief, 1 day for the owner, has generated mixed reactions, while some Nigerians describing their punishment as deserved deterrent against a rising theft, while others warn that they amount to jungle justice and violate the law. One of the latest video making the rounds online shows two younger men accused of stealing a bag of fresh pepper, being forced to eat the raw pepper while washing it down with a dry gin. In the footage, the pair were seen seated on the ground beside the alleged stolen bag of pepper as onlookers ordered them to consume the hot peppers, an act that has since triggered thousands of reactions across social media platforms. The exact, uh, the exact location of the incident has not been independently verified, but the mob could be heard speaking Igbo, and there have been non-official statement from law enforcement authority. The paper indicates the pepper incident is only the latest of the string of viral punishments meted out on suspected thieves. In one widely shared video, believing to have been recorded from Benin City, a young man accused of stealing electrical wires was forced to fashion a stolen wire into a makeshift crown and wear it on his head. As if that was not enough, onlookers compelled him to rap while they mocked him and recorded their spectacle. For details of that news, Milk forces suspect to eat raw pepper, dance with stolen item. That headline is coming to you from the Daily Post newspaper. Away from the punch and now to the Sun newspaper, where we have Okonjo Iweala recounts how Nigeria won historic Paris Club debt relief. Now the details. The Director General of the World Trade Organization (WTO), Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, has recounted how a carefully executed public communication strategy played a decisive role in helping Nigeria secure its historic Paris Club debt relief during the administration of former President Olusegun Obasanjo. Speaking today at the public presentation of The Pain and the Promise, a new book by communications expert and public affairs analyst Paul Nwambiko, Okonjo-Iweala said the success of the country's economy reforms program depended not only on sound politics but also on convincing Nigerians to embrace difficulty but necessary reform. The former Minister of Finance recalled that she returned to Nigeria from the World Bank in 2003 with the mandate to stabilize the country's finances and negotiate the cancellation of its roughly $30 billion debt owed to the Paris Club of creditors. According to her, achieving the objective required sweeping economic reforms that demanded public understanding and sacrifice. She said recognized early Okonjo-Iweala said she recognized early that the reform agenda would only succeed if citizens clearly understood why politics were necessary, prompting her to recruit Paul to lead public communication for economic team. He described Paul as smart, articulate, compassionate, a traffic writer, and a communicator, crediting his communication strategy with helping the government build public confidence throughout the reform process. For details of that news, see the Sun newspaper with this headline. Okonjo-Iweala recounts how Nigeria won historic Paris Club debt relief. this morning, where we have Catholic bishops to Tinubu, Nigeria drifting towards one-party state, democracy under threat. Now the details. The Catholic Bishop Conference of Nigeria (CBCN) on Tuesday delivered a blunt assessment of the nation's political and security climate to President Bola Tinubu, warning that Nigeria is steadily drifting towards a one-party state with democratic institutions, public confidence, and national unity increasingly under strain. The warning was delivered by the newly elected president of the CBCN, Archbishop Matthew also Ondagoso, who led the delegation of Catholic bishops to the presidential villa, Abuja, where they held talks with the president on the state of the nation. Speaking on behalf of the bishop, Ondagoso said growing concern over the shrinking political space and the weakening of opposition parties have fueled widespread fear that Nigerians had won democracy is being eroded. He reminded President Tinubu of his own pro-democratic credentials, recalling his role in the struggle against military dictatorship in the 1990s, which forced him into exile. According to the Archbishop, many Nigerians now find it troubling that the democratic ideas for which Tinubu once fought appears to be under pressure. He stressed that only President Tinubu's action, not assurance, would convince Nigerians that such fear are unfounded. The bishop urged the president to rein in official of the ruling party, including governors, members of the National Assembly, and local government chairmen, insisting that the All Progressive Congress (APC) must demonstrate respect for democratic values and the rule of law. For details of the news, see the Sun newspaper with this headline: Nigerians drifting towards one-party state, democracy under threat. That is coming from the Catholic Bishop to President Bola Tinubu. Still on the pages of the Sun newspaper this morning, where we have NIS warns Nigerians against fake immigration websites and scammers. Now the details. The Nigerian Immigration Service (NIS) has cautioned Nigerians and foreign nationals to beware of fake websites and fraudsters posing as its official online platform, urging applicants to use only authorized channels for passport, visa, and other immigration services. The warning was issued on Thursday through the service official social media platform in Abuja, where the NIS said the advisory became necessary following the activities of scammers exploiting unsuspected individuals seeking immigration-related service. According to the service, applicants should access passport service only through the designated official passport portal, while separate authorized platform existed for visa application submitted through the Nigerian embassies, electronic visas, e-visas, temporary work permit, TWP, and other combined expirator residence permits and aligned cards. The NIS advised members of the public to avoid dealing with unauthorized websites or individuals claiming to represent the agency or offering to facilitate its services. It stressed that using only official platforms would help applicants to avoid financial fraud and protect their personal information from being compromised. The service also reminded the public that the contactless passport application mobile app is available to download on both the Apple iOS Apple Store and the Google Play Store, providing a secure and convenient option for passport processing. Reaffirming its commitment to secure and efficient digital service delivery, the NIF urged applicants to verify the authenticity of any website before making payments or submitting personal details. For more information about that news, see the Sun newspaper with this headline. NIS warns Nigerians against fake immigration websites and scammers. Still taking headlines from the Sun, talking sports. CAF responds to FIFA's controversial forward enterprise proposal. Now the details. The Confederation of African Football (CAF) has responded to FIFA's proposed forward enterprise initiative, confirming it will subject the plan to a comprehensive review towards its exclusive committee before adopting an official position. In a statement issued on Wednesday, CAF said it had received formal correspondence from FIFA on the proposed FIFA Forward Enterprise Initiative as part of the ongoing consultation before involving FIFA member association and the FIFA Council. The Continental Football Governing Body disclosed that CAF President Dr. Patrice will convey the meeting of the CAF Executive Committee next week to examine the proposal and evaluate its potential implication for African football. CAF also called on its member association to independently scrutinize the proposal and actively participate in the consultation process in line with CAF and the FIFA regulation and establish a governance procedure, reaffirming its commitment to the growth of football across the continent. CAF said it would continue engaging with its member association, FIFA, fellow continental confederations, and other stakeholders to ensure any future decision serves the interest of the game. For details of that news, see the Sun newspaper with this headline. CAF responds to FIFA controversial forward enterprise proposal. that is where we draw the curtains on today's edition of In the Papers, your daily drive for news and making major headlines in today's newspaper. As always, remember that staying informed is one of the greatest responsibilities of every citizen. The headlines comes and goes, but the decision we make based on accurate information can shape our communities and the nation. Many thanks to everyone who has joined us today on today's edition of In the Papers on iPower 102.7 FM as your trusted source for news and analysis. Until we come your way again, 10 times same station, iPower 102.7 FM. As always, we implore you to please keep it locked on iPower 102.7 FM for reliable, entertaining, and educative programs. On behalf of the production team, I am